These are 5 freshwater fish found in American rivers and lakes that have earned a genuine reputation for danger, some through sheer size, some through documented physical attacks on boaters and anglers, some through the wholesale destruction of entire fisheries, and one because it is a shark, a confirmed shark, caught more than 1,000 miles from the nearest ocean. Freshwater fishing is one of the most popular outdoor activities in the United States, enjoyed by tens of millions of people every year. Most days on the water are quiet and uneventful. But beneath the surface of American rivers and lakes, a handful of species carry real and documented risk, each for a different reason, and in every case backed by confirmed incidents, peer-reviewed science, or formal government warnings. This is not a list of fish that look frightening. This is a list of fish that have actually done something. Number 5. The flathead catfish. The flathead catfish is the second largest catfish in North America, trailing only the blue catfish, and the world angling record, a fish pulled from Elk City Reservoir in Kansas on May 19, 1998, weighed 123 pounds. An unofficial catch from the Arkansas River in 1982 pushed it further, measuring 175 centimeters and coming in at 139 pounds, 14 ounces. The fish grows to lengths of up to 61 inches, lives as long as 28 years, and guards its nesting cavities with the kind of focused aggression that has broken the fingers of more than a few noodlers who misjudged what they were reaching into. The flathead does not hunt humans. That is not what makes it dangerous. What makes it dangerous is what happens to every river system it enters outside its native range. Native to the Mississippi, Missouri, and Ohio River basins, it was illegally transported and released by anglers into eastern waterways throughout the mid-20th century, and the results were severe. In Georgia's Altamaha River, the flathead eliminated the entire bullhead catfish population and cut redbreast sunfish numbers by 80%. In the Satilla River, where flatheads appeared in the mid-1990s, the state launched a full-time removal program in 2007, and as of 2023, after removing more than 100,000 individual fish from a single river, the population is still there. For the angler who targets one directly, and especially for those who practice noodling, reaching barehanded into underwater nesting cavities to pull one out by the jaw, a large flathead on its nest is a genuine physical encounter. These fish are powerful, fast-moving, and defending something. The injuries they cause to hands and arms are real and well documented in the communities that fish for them. Number 4. The northern snakehead. On a summer evening in 2002, an angler fishing behind a post office in Crofton, Maryland, caught something he had never seen before and called it in. Biologists arrived, identified it as a northern snakehead, poured rotenone into the pond to kill everything in it, and when they examined what came up, they found thousands of juvenile snakeheads. The adults released into that pond had already reproduced. Native to China, Korea, and Russia, the northern snakehead grows to 3 feet in length, has pointed teeth set in python-patterned jaws, breathes air, and can survive out of the water for several days as long as its skin stays moist, which means it can cross land. Female snakeheads carry up to 50,000 eggs and spawn twice a year, double the rate of comparable native predators. That combination of traits, air-breathing, overland movement, aggressive territorial behavior, and rapid reproduction, produced 3 horror films about the species between 2004 and 2006. It also produced a federal listing under the Lacey Act in 2002 that made it illegal to import, sell, transport, or possess one across state lines. None of that stopped the spread. Populations established themselves in the Chesapeake Bay watershed, the Hudson River, the Delaware River Basin, and Arkansas. In March 2023, Maryland's governor formally requested a federal commercial fishery disaster declaration for his state's Chesapeake Bay waters, citing snakehead alongside blue catfish and flathead catfish as the cause. The fish bites humans who approach a guarded nest, and in states where it has been caught, official guidance has been consistent: kill it immediately, report the location, and do not return it to the water under any circumstance. Number 3. The alligator gar, 100 million years. That is how long the alligator gar has been on Earth. And in those 100 million years, the basic design has barely changed. A torpedo-shaped body in olive brown, interlocking bony scales built like chainmail, a jaw lined with 2 rows of teeth, and a flat, wide head that gave early settlers enough pause to name the fish after the reptile it resembles. The largest individuals reach 10 feet in length and have historically been reported at close to 350 pounds. On February 14, 2011, fisherman Kenny Williams of Vicksburg, Mississippi, pulled one from an oxbow lake on the Mississippi River, expecting to find buffalo fish. The gar measured 8 feet 5 inches, weighed 327 pounds, and wildlife officials estimated it was between 50 and 95 years old. Williams donated it to the Mississippi Museum of Natural Science in Jackson, where it remains on display. For nearly half a century before that catch, state and federal agencies had been trying to eliminate the alligator gar from American rivers. They called it a trash fish, a nuisance species, a threat to game fish and to humans. The threat to humans turned out to be unsubstantiated. There is no confirmed record of an alligator gar attacking a person in the wild. The threat to game fish also turned out to be false, as populations of bass and crappie have remained healthy in Texas lakes where alligator gar are abundant. Its eggs, however, are bright red and genuinely toxic to humans if ingested, and landing one of these fish is a physically demanding and hazardous operation. Rope lassos, cut-resistant gloves, and awareness of the powerful tail are standard precautions. The slime coat these fish produce turns boat decks into a slip hazard. The Texas rod and reel world record was set in September 2023 by Arthur Weston at 283 pounds on Sam Rayburn Lake, and the Trinity River supports a trophy fishery that draws guided fishing operations from across the country. Number 2. The silver carp. Imported into the United States in the early 1970s to control algae in Arkansas aquaculture ponds, the silver carp escaped into the Mississippi River system through flooding and accidental releases, and what followed was one of the most severe aquatic invasions in American history. Silver carp are large, filter-feeding, highly reproductive fish native to eastern China and eastern Siberia, and they arrived in a river system that had nothing prepared for them. The jumping is what put them on national news. Silver carp are easily startled by outboard motors, by passing trains, by geese lifting off the water, even by rocks thrown into the river, and when startled, they leap. The National Park Service and the U.S. Geological Survey have both documented jumps of up to 10 feet out of the water. These fish can weigh 20 to 40 pounds or more. At the speeds recreational boats travel, a collision with an airborne silver carp carries the force of a serious impact, and the USGS has stated plainly that collisions between boaters and jumping silver carp will eventually result in human fatalities. Documented injuries already include broken bones, concussions, black eyes, neck and back injuries, and cuts. An official with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission documented a 2008 incident in which a boy tubing on the river was struck so hard by a jumping carp that he was knocked unconscious and his jaw was broken. Water skiing on the Missouri River is now described by federal wildlife officials as exceedingly dangerous. About 80% of commercial fishermen on the Illinois River quit after silver carp eliminated most of the local buffalo fish and catfish that had sustained the fishery. The Great Lakes sport and commercial fisheries, valued at approximately $5 billion, remain at risk if the fish breach the electrical barriers separating the Mississippi Basin from Lake Michigan. Number 1. The bull shark. In September 1937, two commercial fishermen named Herbert Cope and Dudge Collins were working their traps on the Mississippi River near Alton, Illinois, suspecting something was interfering with their catch. They built a reinforced wire trap, baited it with chicken guts, and the next morning pulled out a 5-foot, 84-pound bull shark. They displayed it at the Calhoun Fish Market in the neighborhood. Crowds came to see it for days. Biologists who examined photographs confirmed the identification. Alton, Illinois is more than 1,000 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. A second confirmed catch occurred in 1995 near Rush Island Power Station south of St. Louis, Missouri, approximately 900 miles from the Gulf, where a bull shark was found caught in the grate of a power plant intake canal. A 2021 peer-reviewed study published in Marine and Fishery Sciences reviewed the full record of bull shark sightings in the upper Mississippi and confirmed those two catches as the only verified ones during the entire 20th century. The same study noted that the rarity of confirmed catches almost certainly understates actual presence, as bull sharks likely travel through freshwater systems without detection, following warm summer water temperatures before returning to the coast in the fall. The bull shark is the only shark species that regularly moves between saltwater and freshwater environments. Its body can regulate internal salt concentrations, allowing it to not only survive in rivers, but travel hundreds of miles from the sea. Beyond the Mississippi, bull sharks have been documented in the Potomac River on a regular basis. In 2010, commercial fisherman John Willie Dean discovered an 8-foot bull shark in his net at Cornfield Harbor on the Potomac. Globally, the bull shark ranks second only to the great white in confirmed unprovoked attacks on humans. In the water it shares with American anglers, the lower Mississippi, the Gulf Coast tributaries, the Potomac during summer, it is not a theoretical presence. It is a confirmed one. Every species on this list is dangerous in a different way, and none of them became dangerous by accident. The alligator gar survived 100 million years by being exactly what it evolved to be. The bull shark developed the ability to regulate salt in fresh water because inland rivers have always been productive feeding grounds. The silver carp leaps because nothing in its evolutionary history prepared it for the sound of an outboard motor in the rivers of North America. The flathead catfish and northern snakehead arrived where they should never have been because humans put them there. The danger in each case runs along the same line: the water, the fish in it, and the gap between what anglers and boaters know about their surroundings and what is actually underneath.